Welcome back, journalists. It's time to follow the lead once again and continue on this News Tower series where we are building our news tower literally from the ground up as the Houstonism Herald, where we're trying to become the #1 paper in New York City. We are off to, I think, a solid start. We are going to need to expand our reporting bullpen here soon. We're going to need to expand our telegraphs. We're going to grow, but we're going to try to grow smart as well. So currently, we're in April of 1930. This year, to try to win over the district we're going for, East New York, we need to get a tragic story and a crime story printed. But at the same time, to keep the mob happy, we need to find at least a mafia story, which is possibly going to show up in sports. And so that's what we're going to look for, these two here, and see what we can do. So with that being said, let's get started here, see how things are going. We do have, we could use another supply of paper, actually. Oh, he's tinkering with that. That's not what we want to see. All right, so let's go ahead and help our supply people. We're going to go ahead and do that ourselves, but let's see what we've got here. A sports story. Please be Mafia connected. It is the Dodgers set to win, but we have a few more hours before Sergey can get back over here. That is one reason why I would like to get another reporter as soon as we can. We can't move those, can we? That's a shame. We want to try to get another reporter because we want to try to enlarge this bullpen to get ourselves freed up more options. What did we win here? A solar system poster for society. That's exciting. Sergey is delivering his thing. He's going to get ready to go. Get us that mafia story. We're going to need that quick. And in Boston, DeMar wins again. Wayne can go after this one on the politics angle at Copley Square. We need to find that crime story now to get that out to lockdown in East New York. Oh, breaking news, an insolent Milwaukee murder. Reports of a high-profile murder right on the doorsteps of a courthouse. If that doesn't show a lack of respect for our honorable authorities, what does? Who is running America? Interesting. I wonder if that's based off of a true story, being the breaking news telegram. Let's see what we've got here. Breaking news. We do have only one crime reporter. That one has mobsters. So instead of going to Juneau County, let's go to the hospital. We won't be able to do both of these. That's okay. We might be able to, but we don't really want to do that. And let's see what we've got. All right, we're going to continue to load up that for him. Take a little load off of our guys since we got the ability to do that. Let's make sure what we need is going to be out there. We want to prioritize this mobster story. And the 3 ex-policemen, that one's going to be good. We do need to make sure this thing gets done. 2 days. What is the story? Dodgers are set to win. Giants team unprepared. We'll see about that. We could send them back and attempt to do that to get that. Nope, it's already locked in. We could get another crime story. It's only one, the station ramp. What else do we have? More crime. Wow. Robbery of the sheriff building. There's crime everywhere. Terry, get on that. Let's cut this one. And get us some other stories. Okay, here we go. Get a society one out there. At the White House, the First Lady is injured. This would be Hoover's wife. Let's put our 2 here. Oh, there's a chance to be arrested. Oh, 4 days in jail. Not what we want to see. That's not good. And now we got some mail being delivered. Hopefully it's nothing bad. What do we have? Is it just a delivery? What is this? An arrest warrant. Oh. Can we just like throw it away? What did we get here? A crime board increases our crime potential and abilities. So let's go ahead and get that added to where that will serve us best. Right there. We already have an election map, crime board. We could add a globe. We already have the globes where we need them. Solar system poster we have not added yet. We don't have room for it though because of the clocks. We could move the clock over some. Give them lots of clocks. And we can now fit the solar system. It's going to increase both of their society for us. Okay, we're on Thursday here, April 10th, 1930. We've got some news reports. I don't know what those things are doing sitting down there. We will add a new floor next week, I believe. I think it's time. All right. He's got so much more time. We do have a fame story involved here. Let's get Wayne to see what's happening down there. Hoover to spend more time at home overseeing her care. Yes, it was Hoover's wife. Kellogg calls for change. And again, we don't have anybody available. So we're going to go ahead and cut that story. That could have been a pretty good story for us, I believe. Instead, we get more society. We could get something hopeful or tragic. But we don't have anybody who can do that one either. So let's cut that. Maybe we can get an entertainment one out in LA. A stuntman dies on a set. It's a gruesome one. Who knows? That might come in handy next week. We should have... Yeah, we're going to have a nice paper this time around. Let's get the presses ready to go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right. Let's see what story we have first. Entertainment again. We'll go ahead and get Wayne started on that. And get our presses ready. So we want more tags. Oh, if only that one could be ready in time. We only have one sports. We have several crime. No, we have two sports. So we'll put our economy one, moral code in place. That's talking about the Hayes Code, I believe. We do not have any other economic or gossipy stuff. So let's put our two sports stories, the Dodgers and our boxing icon, Bare Knuckles, retiring. On the back page, we're going to go with our society. We're going to put another society up there, Discovery Guides. And let's go. Do we want the murder or the robbery? Let's go with the murder. That meets our other goals. So I think we've hit all of our goals. We're going to have a couple of old stories for next week, but we can put them in there if we need to and we can't find anything else. So we're okay there. But now it's time to add another floor, which will hopefully get us some more reporters that we can then get to work at. Sport at its best is most human. The happiness of society is the end of government. 51,000 subs and loose sales. We've got $8,200. We got another 500 from the Mafia. 2,000 more subscribers. That'll help us in the long run with an influence point. The mayor's going to quickly dislike us. We need to know these places, which ones are go. So if you have any preferences, if you think any of these are better than the other, let me know. I haven't explored beyond going to the chief of police a little bit. So we'll see how things go as far as that goes. We have $7,600. That should be plenty. We are trying to get to the police station to get us some security. We are going to be able to obtain the security booth. And that gets us a new job. And at the same time, kind of want to get a coat hanger because that just makes everything life better when you have a coat hanger. These reporters, you saw them in their trench coats and everything. We need to get them ready. Now the question is, where do we go? So the veteran camp, that's not going to do anything for us yet. We could go to the East Village to get open to the mayor. What does the mob want us to do? Sell 64,000 papers. That's a lot at the moment. I think we need to go towards Industrial City Harbor to get that extra pager module. We're going to have to do 3 eventually anyways. So let's go to Flatbush. We've already got crime in the drawer. Got to find alarming and sports. We'll do that. We are not going to take a job from the Mafia this time. I don't know that we're going to complete that. But we are going to add that floor 2,500. So we are going to just transfer this up a level. Everything about this one. How do we not have that fitting? There we go. Got to get our wallpaper. Forgot about that. And we need to get our wall with a door. Let's get our lighting up here. We at some point will be able to buy a generator and have to do that because right now you can see we have 66% of our power still remaining. Let's get this. We got to get some stairs built here. I guess they're going to go over to that way. Let's get some lighting for them up here. Now, we have the storage. They're assembling and putting things together, but we need our reporters to be able to do stuff. Don't think we can build another telegraph operator, can we? Oh, yeah, we can. So we can make another room here. Let's move all that up there. We're going to put our maintenance guy up here as well. We'll move a couple of these, actually. I don't like that you can't see the clock. We'll let the supplies stay over here, but we will create another wall with a door. We're going to box her in there. And we are going to get... It's not the most convenient. What else do we have here? We have some new construction projects here. A security door, that's right. We want the security booth. We'll put that by the door. That makes sense. They'd be protecting us. The coat hanger needs to be somewhat by the door as well, I feel like. So maybe we'll swap this guy over. Concentration recovers faster. Let's go ahead and get the one that's slightly more but has better security. Why would we not do that? They're the same price. That one makes the most sense. Could do a small plant to make them a little happier. Oh, we could put a plant on the floor there. Huh. Okay, we got to get a coat hanger up for these guys as well. And we will... What's our happiness at? Comfort, for the most part, they're okay. They could use a clock up here and a trash can. That's what they want. They want a clock. Okay, so they will be able to go run up there. We have room for another reporter. We also could probably use another bathroom. And a typesetter. All right. Can we have 2 sets of stairs? I've not tried that before. Oh, we can. That may help as far as some of the speed goes. Let's get one more telegraph station. Actually, I think we have enough telegraph stations. Let's get the reporter's desk. We will put them there. All right, we know we needed... Who do we have available at the moment? We've got our guy here. Sergey is there. Sergey does society, politics, and sports. We've got society, entertainment, and politics. So we only have one crime and one economics person. So if we can find somebody that balances that. Here's another crime and economics. Margaret Gabor, concentration recovers faster. She sounds like a winner for us. Also provides us sports. We're not going to add any extras to hers at the moment. We'll just kind of let her be. And we're going to play this week out like this. I don't want to go too low on... Well, no, the only other thing is we could use a water cooler. She can go visit that one. Okay. Let's see what we've got going on here. We need to get sports and crime and economy are going to be things. So we've got to find an alarming and a sports. Sports will be easy enough to get. We did lock something up here. What's our reward? A movie poster. Awesome. We're going to wait till next week to add that, though, because I want to make sure we got everything that we need going on here. Yeah, there's just no way to help with that. Again, I don't want to overexpand and get it to be too haphazard. So, Terry, do this Detroit fish market. Gangster Gaspar Milazzo shot and killed at the fish market. And in San Francisco, pitcher trade talks swirl. Who would be the pitcher that would be traded here? The club denies the rumors, though. This move would hit harder than any fastball. That's a good line to lead with. I like the idea. We have an update here. This is our alarming story. Margaret on her first one going to the docks. After that, we have tragic and gruesome, but we don't have to go all the way. It would get us a nice headline, though, if we could get it finished. Liquidation. Terry can take care of that. We have Sergey back, it looks like. Everybody's happy down here. Poor. Locked in the closet there. All right. Margaret, I do think you'd have time to get this story done. We are going to prioritize this story. We want that thing to be good. And we get yet another one, bookkeeping, to help us with the economy. But again, I want to get a little bit more money under our feet. Even though those are inexpensive, I'd rather wait till the next week to be able to do that. We have 6,000 subscribers. You know, by no means are we a juggernaut at the moment. We've got some society going on here. Sergey, welcome back, sir. Go to the school kitchen. Hot lunches fill schoolrooms. Cooks start service. Sounds good. Going to Dallas for the Carlsbad Caverns. Has an inspiring story. We could always use some of that. Look at these bonuses. We've got some really skilled reporters. We've got to wait for Sergey to get back to be able to give us another inspiring story. We have plenty of stories to go around here. Almost ready to get to the presses. That must be like a Senate rejects president's nomination of John J. Parker. I wonder what he was running for. What cabinet position he was supposed to be a part of. All right. Time to roll the presses and see what we have. We've got to get... We're going to go with our big headline. The First Lady is injured. Oh, no. Problem is, we don't have any other political ones. But at the same token, we don't have any other crime and stuff either. Nothing matches up with that. So on the front page here, we'll have our 2 entertainment stories. Stuntman dies on set. And the uninspiring showing. Recent romance movies hit cinemas. Oh, we could have done 60,000 sales. Easy. Let's get our picture trade talk swirl. And liquidation, so we keep it fresh. Why do we have to do an emergency fee? Did we not get that stocked? What is our stock person doing if not getting that thing taken care of? 81,000 newspapers. We have record sales. Not all news has to be bad. That's right. True art comes from tragic places. That's a nice chunk of change. And we got all of Flatbush to pick up 3,000 extra subscribers, helping us in the long run. We've got 3,500. That gives us enough to play with. We have leveled up our typesetting. And now we have the ability to get that 3rd pager module once we get the influence points. So we got to think about where else we want to go. And again, if you have suggestions on paths to take, let me know. One thing I do want to get, I want to get to Europe. That would be exciting. But I think we need to unlock the mayor. So we're going to try the East Village. What's the mob offering? Sell 81,000 papers. They're getting bigger. They really want us to go. We don't have anything as far as it. Let's decline that one. I feel like we just would make the mob mad if we tried that. All right, time to open up and see what we... Oh, now you're delivering the paper. Thanks. We will go ahead and add more paper. It is time to get ourselves a new telegraph station. Or no. First, we're going to do the typesetter. We're going to get another typesetting desk and another assembly table. So at the typesetting, we will get Sheila Cedeno. Saturday and Sundays. Esther's faster, though. But she's also got the assembling perk, so we'll do that. Not bothered by smell. That's not really an issue. Nutrition stat decreases more slowly, but he's a lot more expensive. Would be a good telegrapher. Sheila's well-rounded. We're going to get Sheila in there. And over here, we will get Esther. So that gives us 2 more to really get the stories going. We don't want to expand too fast again. I think that's enough. What do we need to focus on this week? We need economy, politics and sports, economy and society. Okay, not a problem. Economy, triumphant, hopeful, none of these, so we're going to have to cut that one and get something else. Let's load this up since our person is taking forever to load things. We're going to help them out there. Oh, we got a news story. Give us something we need. This gives us a hopeful one. So we will get Sergey on that one. And let's see as far as bookkeeping goes. We will add both of them, get bookkeeping. And the movie poster... Oh, it fits just perfect to give them both a bonus. Need to get that other story. There we go. So we've got economy. Margaret, get to work on that one. We're working on our hopeful story, which Wayne will cover up with. Search for survivors on this tragedy. That's off of Boston's coast. Okay. Terminal Tower opens its doors. Where's that at? Detroit. Margaret's almost ready with that one. I guess we'll finish the tragic line. We have plenty of time to get that report. Will Hoover sign the Tariff Act? Oh, is this the Smoot-Hawley tariffs? The act will raise taxes on many imported products. These tariffs proved disastrous for people. Trade worldwide just shut down. It was in the Great Depression. It was trying to it's understandable what we're trying to do, but it ended up being a disaster. We could go to the Senate floor, get a statement as well. It gives us something a little unique that way. I don't know that Sergey's going to be ready to get us what we need there. And there's our triumphant story, which is not going to happen. Sergey. Ah, he's back. Yes, got it. 3 hours to spare. There's our triumphant story again as well. So let's go ahead and cut that one. Will one of these be ready to give us something is the question. We have sports. That gets us triumphant as well. So we can go ahead and let Margaret get to work on that one. Schmeling, Max Schmeling, the first German champion. Schmeling getting beat by James J. Braddock. Cinderella Man. And this is one reason I want to get to Europe. With it being 1930s, I want to see what stories come from Europe. So I do want to go that way on the map. We do want to work our way over here. That would be super fun. But see, here we need to have 3 pages to be able to do that, to work our way that way. And we did get politics to be the hot topic. We did that by getting all of the hot topic that we did on the tariffs being passed. We got the 2 typesetters. We have plenty of food. That should not be an issue. Does this need to be loaded? It does. Let's go ahead and get some stuff. Indianapolis, a stronghold, atrocious killing. Oh, goodness. Terry will get on that one. While in society, duo gone for days in the forest. We'll let Wayne do that. 2 good quick stories that will be hopeful to start us off next week, if nothing else. Schmeling should be done soon. Oh, that's so good. What do we get from this one? A world map. That should help us with our telegraph stations. Oh, we got the stinking clock. Let's raise the clock. And we have the acoustic panel. Everything's just slightly in the way. Oh, we need that, though. That's what we want. That acoustic panel's annoying being there. That's not the best. But it will work. It gets us that benefit to the telegraph stations. And it is time. We're going to lead with our politics, which is the hot story. Let's go with the tariff news. Then we'll get the nomination. And then we'll get the official wins, the bipartisan effort. Triumph for scandalous politician. That's going to be a hot first lead page. Now we also need to make sure we get our economics. And we have our hopeful. We'll put in our economics. We already have triumphant, so let's match up society again with the Carlsbad Caverns. Another good week for us. Now to get that third pager module, there we get another influence point. Suppose you were an idiot, and suppose you were a member of Congress. But I repeat myself. Nice. Pretty good sales. We've added 3,000 new subscribers. That's going to help us in the long run. We got another influence point by doing that. And we lose 30, or we're down to 3,100, but that's still plenty. Now we've opened up the mayor. Those intrigue me. There's a lot of options. The radio tower lets us get more telegraph stations, but we don't even have 3 at the moment, so there's no rush to do that. We do also need to work this way because of photography. I feel like there's something else up here. Illustrations, that's it. So the graphic workshop would be nice to have, as well as the photo academy. So I think we'll work over this way because Jamaica opens up both routes to get us there. Yeah, we'll go to Jamaica. We already have a gruesome one in the file anyways. We can get alarming. We can get defeat. What about the mayor? Is he going to see me? Just remember, sweetheart, the closer you get to the fire, the more ink you risk burning. Well, is he not going to meet with me? Maybe next time he will. Print at least 1 mafia. It would get us $500 and an influence token. Let's take it since the mayor won't meet us. And see what we can get going here. Paper, we're good on paper. We need to find a mafia, which is likely to show up in sports. Crime, economy, politics, sports. And sports. All right. So this one, we could run into a lawsuit. And it gives us nothing we need here. So we are going to cut that one to get the stuff that we need instead. All right, give us some good news. So we already have a gruesome. We don't need that. We don't need that. We're going to cut that story. Get us something better. We already have a gruesome. And there's nothing good here that we need. But it would get us a lot of good stories. Or actually just the one, but we'll go with that. Okay, at least get us another story. We do need to fill our paper after all. We're still not finding a mafia. We do have the alarming route on this one. So that's going to open up. Sergey's done. Okay, so that's done. We can hopefully get something else that will be beneficial to us. I like that having the multiple typesetters out here. That's going to help us in case we're in a rush to getting things done as well. Let's see what shows up. Give us a mafia. There we go. Battolino versus Bushy. What a combination. He might get hurt, so let's send Margaret out there. That sounds horrible. I'm sending Margaret instead of Sergey, even though knowing she might get hurt. Oh, 4 days in the hospital. But I did it because Sergey's better at sports and can research that story faster. Battaglia and Graham are courageous, rugged fighters you need to see, which will get us our mafia one. Still looking for our defeat. That will get us the alarming. Oh, we can't do that one. Ugh. Will that one work? There we go. I would really like to get this defeat, but we're going to need something in sports to show up. That's not it. What's our other story? There's our defeat. Sergey, get on that. Al Singer claims the lightweight crown in a stunning knockout. We're not going to care about the team dynamics fracturing as the feud goes public. We don't need to focus on the sports as much. We do need that story to finish, though. He needs to get back so we can get it. Boom. All right. Another sports story. The 4th U.S. Open title. Who's getting that one? She's 13-8-2. I want to see who gets this one. Margaret. Bobby Jones. 2nd consecutive and record-tying 4th trophy. Congratulations, Mr. Jones. And we have another sports one. So many sports in July. An amateur boxer won 7 out of 12 matches. And a hometown... Why is that a news story in the New York? Not really sure, but that's okay. We'll go with it. It is time to roll the presses, but we don't have the story we need. We need the defeat. Okay, got it. Woo! Just in time. All right. So that will be our lead. We'll put the Mafia 1 Battleino versus Bushy underneath it. We don't have anything else that matches. Our alarming one is ready. That can go on the back page together. We'll add another sports one. We get the synergies even though it's old news. We will get our gruesome Stronghold Atrocious Killing. We'll get the alarming one to go with it. And the train crash injuring 100 people. A little lower on the sales this time, it looks like. We don't have as many good stories and tags, but it should get us what we need with the right people and get us more subscribers. Gets us up. We have more money than we did. 3,000 new subscribers and an influence point. That's really good for us. And we get the influence point from the Mafia along with $500. Not bad. 4,600. We're doing okay. Look who finally rolls out of the ivory tower. There's other ink in the streets. The Empire Observer has gloss, bite, real Wall Street. Oh, this is where we run into in the Jersey Beacons, old school, talks like your grandpa, but they got sources from Albany and Atlantic. Make Houstonism Herald worth my corner or I start stacking other names. This is where we get into scoops and competitions. So here we get into some competition. These are other ones that will have competition. So the Jersey Beacons over there, the Empire Observer is over here. So that's going to be adding some dynamics. To do Laurelton or there, we're going to have to get that third page from the Industrial Harbor. We're going to need to get this pager module number 3, but we can't do that yet. So we need to pick up some more influence somewhere along the way. What is he offering us? Don't print politics and don't print crime. Focus on my politics instead. You want to fix this? Okay. Don't make me regret this one. So he's with the chief of police, Wall Street banker, maximum loan. I don't really want to take out a loan. Mitigating police issues, offers to convert your money into influence once a week. Interesting. And what does the Mafia offer us? Opens up the cathedral, doesn't give us much. Convert your influence to money a week. Earlier there with Bobby's Shop in Queens, the casino idle employees may occasionally decide to play them and pay money for it, which will land it in your pockets. Oh. Pay him a visit and he will represent your workers' union organizations, manipulating your staff and lowering their wages. We can't print a scoop because we don't have the ability to get there. So we're going to go with the mayor on this one. We're going to try to print politics, but we already have 2 sports stories. And don't print any crime. And we are going to make our way up to... I think we go over towards the radio tower. Well, we need to print politics anyway, so maybe we do West New York. Politics and unrest. Sounds like a winner. So let's focus ourselves on politics. Nope, that's not. There we go. We are not printing crime. Sorry. Can't do it. That would have been a good story, though. There's only 7 items left to research, so there's not a lot out there. And we'll see how things go here in August 1930. Did we get what we need? Hoover presses for drought relief. Got that one. And it has unrest as well. So we need to get more politics. Here's another politics. From crime. Oh, no. Okay. So this is where hopefully the police don't get us first off. Got away with it. Okay, good deal. Hopefully 5 communists got shot. When we get this, we can cut this part of it out is the goal. And we'll see how that works. What are we getting out of this one? All right, Sergey. Go finish that one off. So we have a crime that's turning into politics, and Wayne can do that, and then we can cut the city square out. We don't want to... Yeah, let's wait till it gets reported. Oh, so it's typesetting. Let's cancel that one. There we go. Now we don't have to print crime. We need more politics, but we don't have any more politics. So one of these sports stories is going to have to bow out, it looks like. Federal Trade Commission building burning. Massive blaze strikes. That sounds crazy. Doughboy debuts in theaters. Doughboys. So a World War I film, I'm assuming. Let's go ahead and work on it. Let's see. What do we not? We do not have any economics, but there's nothing left to research there. This is going to be a light paper for us this week, but it's going to get us enough. We're getting ourselves set up to expand. I don't want to expand too soon. We do need to get some more paper, though. Get a little bit more food also. There's our economics, or we can go hopeful and educational. We have another sports story. Slushy ice stirs protests. Sure. It's not going to get into this week's paper anyway, so we can use it for next week. Same with this Christina Farm expanding. Got a nice rotation of reporters for the moment. Now, this is one, since it will not be ready, we're going to go ahead and get this. We could use this crime story next week. And once the paper's ready, we're just going to have to see what we have available to us here. So let's take a look. We need to have this one be our lead. We need to have another politics. We cannot have too many of these others. Let's flip this over. We have politics the most. We can get a society one. We're okay there. Get our sports. Nope, that's going to be too much if we do that. If we put society there, we're okay. It's old news, but if we print now, this one will be ready for next time. Not a lot of sales, but it's enough. Now, if we don't do the synergies, then I think we still get 64,000. All right, we're not going to risk it. Let's do that. It's only a 3,001 difference. Roll the presses. Let's make the mayor happy with us. That seems to be our baseline for the most part. That's pretty good. We've got West New York completely open. Get us another influence point, 2,000 more. And we made the mayor happy with us. I think in the long run, having the mayor happy with us might be better. As opposed to having our guys go gamble everything. So I think we're going to work with the mayor more. If you think I should go with the mob, let me know. Maybe that would be the better long-term option. I'm not really sure on that one. But we've opened up the option to get a George Washington statue to help with politics. Generates content over time and employs politics. That's interesting. It generates content over time. Huh. Okay. So Fort Lee, we could work our way up. Which gets us nowhere other than up that way. Getting to the graphics workshop is more of my interest at the moment. We've already got 2 here to get Bayonne. Doesn't unlock anything, but it would get us an influence point. We're going to do that one. It gets us subscribers, gets us an influence point. What's the mayor one? Print at least 1 scoop. Don't want to do that this time because we don't have the ability to go after these other ones. That's how you get the scoops, by competing here. We need to get the 3rd pager module first. Let's decline that one. And let's decline... No. Not going to do that. Okay. I think we're okay. And we have to decide what we're going to do with this setup now, because we've got some good stuff going. We've got the ability we might need to add. I think everybody, for the most part, is happy. We could add some comfort creatures up here potentially. But overall, things are going well for our little tower. We've got news stories about to come in. Everything's going to be fresh this week, which is really good for us. We desperately need, we don't desperately, but we would be really nice to get that 3rd pager module, because we can move some things around here. We could add another floor for $5,000 eventually, but not until we get up to about 10,000 do we want to do that. That's just going to take us a while, potentially a couple weeks to do. So we're going to wrap this one up here. I want to thank you all for joining me on this episode again. Come back next time. Again, feedback's always appreciated. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know some suggestions if you have any, some tips that might help this thing grow. Trying to be diligent with my choices, trying to get the best score we possibly can, and see our empire grow as we report the news. And I will hopefully see you on the next episode. Until then, take care and just have yourselves an awesome day.